Ooh, that's a truancy body. I made me some rats in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture. You got this picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly. They call it for me and they.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That goes for a gain of 31.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal.
14,
Cook following the penalty. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They pitch it out to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll drop to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now out comes Minnesota. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Looking to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun, gun! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Over, 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 over.
Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun.
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Ooh, with a juke. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, baby. Let's go. 14, 14. Hey, we got 3 down, 14, 14. Let's go, 14.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Let's go, 14.
second down. Wilson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Spot that.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 319. 319.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Linval Joseph. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say that athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Play action. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
Let's go. 14, run it.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. On 1st down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Hey,
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. To play in a tightly contested 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Detroit! Gone! Over!
From from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he fends him off. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson going up top. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Past the 20, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 20-25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left, didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Deion Jones coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Now Wilson to throw on second down. Room here to run. The 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. And even 50 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. Boom, line it.
They'll drop to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Boom. Still fighting through tackles. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 35.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. Evades the tackler, and now some space. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback. Get a little confidence.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Deion Jones in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Tech McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson, he's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So out come the Falcons now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
His throw incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson now going to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. To throw is Wilson. Throwing on first down. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is fielded in the end zone, so a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And out now come the Vikings. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Tempo, tempo. 55, guys, 55. Tempo, tempo. Punch left.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always